Hi, this is Mukul and welcome to my YouTube chess channel. In this video, we would be looking at king and queen versus king endgame. This is the most simple endgame, but there are chances that you may blunder and end up in a stalemate. So in this video, I would be giving you all the minute tips to avoid stalemate and get a 100% victory in this particular endgame. White has a king and queen, and it is white to move. You have to bring the queen closer to the black king and take away all the escape squares from the black king, and you can do that by playing queen to c3. Let's go back. Queen to b4 is equally good, but let's go with queen to c3. King goes anywhere, let's say e4. Queen to d3, check. Now king cannot go past the d file. King goes to e5. You have two choices. You can either play queen to c4, but then the black king gets a chance to move to the d6 square. So instead of moving your queen, play king to c3. This is a smarter move, because with this move you are not allowing black king to enter the d file. You are restricting the black king there itself. So a random move by black. You can play queen to e2 in this position as well. This is also a good move, but I chose to go with king to d4, forcing the black king to move again. Now it is very easy. Queen to f3, not allowing the black king to go past the f file. King to g6. If you realize, we are pushing the black king towards the side of the board, that is the h file. Gradually we are pushing the black king to the h file so that we can give him checkmate. So after this move, you can move your queen, but I would say king to e5 is much better. In the endgame, you have to use your king very wisely. It is a very important piece in the endgame. So bring your king closer to your opponent's king. That is a very important tip. Random move, queen to f4, check. King to h5. This is a cunning move. Mark my words, king to h5 is a cunning move. Please pause the video and try to find the best move in this position. Well, there was a reason for me to call king to h5 a cunning move, and I said that because white has to be extremely careful in this position. The best move in this position is queen to g3. Let's go back. I know that I have said earlier that you have to use your king very wisely, and you have to try to bring your king closer to your opponent's king. So in this position, if you play king to f5, then guess what? This is a stalemate. King to f5 is a blunder, because the black king has nowhere to go. So another important tip: whenever your opponent's king reaches to the edge of the board, place your queen in such a way that your opponent's king gets ample of space to move in that particular file. In this case, when you play queen to g3, the black king has enough squares to move in the h file. I hope you have understood this. This was the position. you have to allow the black king to move in this h file. Had you cornered the king on the 8th rank, then with the similar logic, place your queen on the 7th rank so that the black king gets enough space to move. This was a very important takeaway from this tutorial lecture. So having said that, queen to g3 is the best move. King to h6. Now you are free to move your king. Random move, checkmate. I hope I have cleared all your concepts and there are no doubts. Going back to this position, this is the key position. You have cornered your opponent's king, and now it is time to move your queen, not the king. By playing queen to g3, your opponent's king has ample space to move, and then it is just a piece of cake. That's it. It is this simple. All you have to do is to remember the key principles in this particular endgame. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now. Thank you.